じゃあちょっと見ていきます。ちょっと画面設定するので少しお待ちください。動画を流しておきます。コードのアイコン映るように。
What's up, guys? This is Typhoon, and welcome back to another 2 Years of Mario Maker episode. Today's creator we will be showcasing is Srent, and Srent is a Japanese man that loves Mega Man. He makes elaborate levels filled with gimmicks and special effects. His 2IMM level is called Enchanted Road. The player follows the path that is created by the two boos. The level has traps that keep changing, and the boss battle has looping music that is created by the author himself. Alright guys, so this level has quite a few secrets in it, so make sure you pay attention and act quickly. The very first one is we want to climb the vines there, grab that red coin, and then jump up here for another secret. Jump all the way over here. Gather a hidden Donkey Kong costume. And then we have a path being created by the boos, which is such a cool effect. And we have kind of a recreation of 1-1 here. Let's go down into this pipe for yet another red coin. And keep in mind that you will need all the red coins in order to get the true ending. Let's go back into the pipe. And we're back at the beginning of the level. But now this time around, you'll notice things are a little bit different. We have the muncher at the bottom now, which wasn't there before. If we jump down here, you'll notice that even the enemies are changing. We have Buzzy Beetles now instead of Goombas. And a Hammer Bro that we can take out. There's a Mario costume in there if you want it. But let's just wait here. Jump over the muncher. Now the pipe that we went into before is blocked off. You can jump up right there to get an extra life. And then jump over these munchers to move on. So first of all, we also want to jump on top of this, break these away, hit that question block for another hidden costume. We get the original Mario Bros. Mario costume. Jump all the way to climb the vine. Alright guys, so this level has quite a few secrets in it, so make sure you pay attention and act quickly. The very first one is we want to climb the vines there, grab that red coin, and then jump up here for another secret. Jump all the way over here. Gather a hidden Donkey Kong costume. And then we have a path being created by the boos, which is such a cool effect. And we have kind of a recreation of 1-1 here. Let's go down into this pipe for yet another red coin. And keep in mind that you will need all the red coins in order to get the true ending. Let's go back into the pipe. And we're back at the beginning of the level. But now this time around, you'll notice things are a little bit different. We have the muncher at the bottom now, which wasn't there before. If we jump down here, you'll notice that even the enemies are changing. We have Buzzy Beetles now instead of Goombas. And a Hammer Bro that we can take out. There's a Mario costume in there if you want it. But let's just wait here. Jump over the muncher. Now the pipe that we went into before is blocked off. You can jump up right there to get an extra life. And then jump over these munchers to move on. So first of all, we also want to jump on top of this, break these away, hit that question block for another hidden costume. We get the original Mario Bros. Mario costume. Hit the Goomba. You can gather that costume if you want. There we go. Watch out for the thwomps. And also come up here for another red coin, but watch out for the thwomp that starts falling. Alright, now we can finally go into the pipe and move on to get the first checkpoint of the level. We'll drop down here, break our way through the blocks, and then watch out for the ghosts here. get a big running jump here, hit that block for another hidden 1-up. Whoops, we took a hit, but we can gather that 1-up and move on. Watch out for the falling thwomps once again. And we still have the cool effect where the boos are creating the path for us, which I think is really cool. Watch out for the boo circle. And the thwomp once again. And jump over here to the right side. And now wait until the other path starts being created. Big jump, gather the red coin along the way. Right side. And now wait until the other path starts being created. Big jump, gather the red coin along the way. And now hit a hidden block right there for a vine. Come all the way up to the top to get another red coin, and let's go into the pipe. Now we have a checkpoint, but first let's go back into this pipe. Hit this P-switch and then quickly run all the way up here. Go into the hidden P-switch door. And we get a bonus Mega Man costume. So let's go back into this pipe. Now we can gather the second checkpoint, kill off the Magic Koopa. And now let's go into this pipe. Things get quiet all of a sudden. We have some ticking. You can gather another Mario costume. Now we have an epic boss battle with custom music. Let's gather our second to last red coin. Kill off the Magic Koopa. Wait for the magic to happen.
Yeah.
Alright. Here we go. Watch out for the Magic Koopas. Try not to die. There we go. Kill them both off. Almost. There we go. Kill them both off. Now we have some magic vines coming.
この辺のレールにバーナー乗せてデカドッスン落として画面外になんかドッスン多分設置するやつだな。
From the ceiling.
この時はまだ修正されてないのか。この後のアプレで修正されちゃったけど。
And then try to attack him. There we go. One more hit. We get a key. That's awesome. Let's go through the key door. Cool. We beat the boss. Let's go through the pipe. Custom happy birthday music. Sounds so cool. Alright, so if you paid attention, the Magic Koopa got rid of the flags, so we can actually just chill here on the right side of the flagpole. And now that the Magic Koopa is dead, the flagpole is back, but we can go into the key door. And we see the awesome birthday cake. Now we have giant Mario mushroom. Let's go back through once again. Just take a look at that awesome birthday cake. Now with big Mario or giant Mario, we can get the flagpole. We have the 2YMM up above with Luigi on top of the flagpole.
Oh, すごいわ。これは昨日見たな。見たからジャンル分け。これも見たな。もう一回見るか。こ これは配信では見てないかな。
店舗や施設の防犯トラブル対策ならクラウドカメラのセーフィー。防犯に
And welcome back to another Tuesday. Our goal is machinery that happy so as well. Having really great aesthetics. This level uses some really creative mechanics as well. So first of all, we just want to spin jump on top of this spike top to get up here and hit the power block, which drops the Bill Blaster down and then allows the spike tops to move to the left side. So now we'll spin jump on this guy over here and then hit this power block, which launches this guy over here. We want to jump off him, hit the power block, come up here, get the red coin, and then jump again to hit the power block, which clears our path right here. And also keep in mind that you'll want to gather all of the red coins in this level if you want the true ending. So let's come down here, wait for this guy to fire a fireball. Alright, let's go into the door. So now we want to jump up here, come right here, hit this power block. But before we head to the right side, we want to jump on this blaster to the left again. And then jump through here to get a red coin. Jump back out. And then let's jump up here. And up here again. And hit this power block. Now watch out for the lava bubble flying through the air. We should be safe right here. Hop on top of this. And then jump up here to hit the P switch. Now this blaster is out of the way, just don't get smashed by this one. Now we can wait here, drop through, jump over this, come over here by the door, gather another red coin, and let's head into the door. Alright, don't get hit by the flying spike top there. We'll spin jump on top once again. Let's hit this P switch. Watch out for the lava bubble once again. And then once that vine goes up, we'll climb it and then head up here, hit this power block, and we have a whole bunch of Bill Blasters just heading down there. Alright, and now we just wait for this spike top, heading all the way up here, and we get the first checkpoint. Let's go through the door. Alright, so if we head to the left here, we have yet another challenge. Come up here and hit the POW, but if you miss, you get multiple chances, so don't worry. Alright, and then this is a really creative mechanic. He bounces all the way over here, which allows us to jump up here, hit this POW block, which clears our path to the right side. Drop down here, come up here, and then we want to go on the right to get the red coin. Awesome. Let's go into the pipe. Alright, so here we want to jump on top of that, and then when it's at the peak, jump all the way up here. We'll hit this POW. But before we start heading up further, we want to jump over here, gather this red coin, and then we can just climb back up using those bridges. We'll hop on top of this again, get a big jump to get all the way up here, hit this power block, and then that will get picked up by that blaster. We can jump up here, jump all the way up to the top, and go into the door. Alright, so get a big jump here, wait for it to get that red coin. Awesome. We'll climb up here, hit the power block, and then that brings the blue spike top all the way over here. We get this second checkpoint. We'll damage boost through there, go into the door for an awesome section here. Make sure you pay attention because there's a lot going on in this section. You want to stay on the left side here. Jump up here right away, get that red coin, drop back down, hit this power block, and then these start separating because the front one is faster than the other. You can jump up there, get a red coin. Jump back over here once again. Jump all the way over here. And then they get stopped in their tracks. We'll jump on top of this guy, hit this POW, which will set this in motion. And then here, you want to stay right. Oh! So that you miss it. And then make sure you jump before you get to the grinder so that you miss it. And then we can jump to this one. And then hit this POW block to set this in motion. And then be paying attention because we'll be doing a lot of transferring here. So before we get to this grinder, transfer to this guy. And then spin jump onto these guys. As long as you're careful, you should be okay. We can grab that red coin. Spin jump back to the top, and let's go into the pipe. Alright, and then we get the 2YMM down below. Looks really cool. We'll gather the last red coin, getting the key. Let's go through the key door. Alright, and then we get the 2 years of Mario Maker birthday cake, some extra lives, and Yoshi with the cape. And the birthday cake looks amazing. We also have some dancing spike tops to the left and the right side. Let's go back through the door, float down, get the axe, and finish the level. If you guys enjoyed this 2 years of Mario Maker video, be sure to check out the others as well as more coming in the near future. But anyway,
これはこんなもんかな。
what's up, guys? This is Peter King. You're seeing classic ISO trick. Alright, I'm just gonna pause this here for a second. I haven't played this level yet, but I've been told that I need to record my first playthrough of this level just because. This is gonna be hard, but let's get right into it. Alright, beautiful start. So we're making crazy jumps with fast momentum. Okay, okay. Fair enough. Alright. Dang it, dude. This is really cool, though. Oh my gosh. Why? Alright. Jeez, that troll. Oh my god. That random fish just flying through the air. Why? Beautiful. Oh my god, so close! This level is really cool. God! No! Oh man, progress though. Oh, dang it! Dude, this level is so intense. I love it though. Oh, again! Oh my god! So close! Oh my god! Oh, what? How am I even supposed to get on there? Holy crap. Oh my god! What?
あ、トロール要素もあるんだ。これスタンダードなのかなこれ。なんかどっちかっていうとこんな感じな。
What am I even supposed to do there? What was that? You've got to be kidding me, dude. After all that work. I don't get that part. Bastard. I don't get that part. God, I just got to... My God. The worst part about this stupid troll is I don't even know how to avoid it. Oh my God, into the pipe. Let's freaking go. Checkpoint. About time. Alright. Let's do this thing. Okay. We got this. Aw, dude. Just hit the cannonball, please. Ooh, interesting. Oh, that was a cool section. Yeah, that works out. Oh, dang, dude. All right, we gotta be quick. I got it. Oh, good. All right, we see the next section at least. Oh my God, another stupid fish. At least I saw it now. Stay on the left side when I jump up there. Okay. Oh my God, progress! Oh my God, no! That was the final jump, I think. Well, pending another elaborate troll, of course. I freaking knew it. I freaking knew it. I knew it. God. Why? Why? We celebrated with the cake, then we got destroyed off of the screen. Thank you, Barb. Thank you. Oh my God, go into the pipe, let's go. We get to celebrate with the cake. And we finished the level, oh my God. That's how you beat Barb's stupid. God, today's second maze, all the level is called in the legend. So here we go. We start off with a key, and I will warn you that this level is pretty difficult. So try not to get too frustrated. But yeah, anyways, so we can do a little bit of exploring here in the beginning, but we'll have to come over here to the right side, and then once we get to where this coin is, we'll see that we now have a stump and a cloud underneath us.
これ見たことあるから、後で見よう。誰が来た時に。確か。
エネコムはアクションしています。今ま
MM. Her chapter Mario, her side of there, you must enter your 6 siblings. Alright, so we start off as Mario, and we get a call from Luigi. Mario, I am I'm sick. Please help. Alright, so I guess we better help Luigi. So here we are in the crazy, creepy cityscape. As Dr. Mario, we have to dodge some enemies along the way on our way to the doctor's office. So we'll jump over this muncher and then run along here, hide down here for a bit, jump up here, quickly jump up here, and then we just have to wait this guy out. There we go. Alright. So we are temporarily safe. This section we just have to run along here. And then watch out for these blocks. Alright. Just don't get crushed. I would not recommend it. Alright, now we can hit the P-switch, hit the power block, and then move along the top here. There's a bunch of munchers, so just watch out. They have different movement patterns, so we'll jump over the final one there. Alright. Now we have a whole bunch of piranha plants that we need to dodge. So if we just stay here and then jump up here, and jump all the way to the top, we should be good. You have an extra Dr. Mario costume there in case you need it. Alright, once again we have more munchers to dodge. So the one over here on the left is a flying one, so he stays in the air a lot longer. I realized the other one was flying too, but he hit a ceiling, so anyways. So let's just quickly grab this key and then move over here. Even more munchers to dodge. We'll jump over the top of this one and then jump on top of these buildings. So if we just wait here, we can get a secret if we jump on top of this building, go into the chimney, or whatever you want to call this pipe. Alright, we get an awesome 2IMM room with all of the women of Nintendo. So you can take your pick of costume, there's a lot to go around.
Hocus pocus.
But yeah, we'll just grab one of them. Zero Suit Samus, sure. Let's go back through the pipe. We also get the birthday cake in that room, which looks awesome. Alright, so don't get hit by these cannons. We can head down here. Jump over the Goomba Muncher. Alright, and then with our key we can go in here. Into the doctor's office. So now we can crush some patients. Take a hit, I guess. Because we need to be Dr. Mario before we operate anyways. So here we have Luigi laying down on the bed. Let's go into his head. Alright, so now we have some enemies that we need to dodge inside of Luigi. Just be careful. Alright, go into the pipe. And we are given the first checkpoint. Now we have giant Luigi that we're inside of. And there's 3 different operations that we'll need to do. Let's start off operating on his brain.
あれか、これ普通に、そうか、タイトル的にこの、ドクターマリオだから、ルイージの体内に入ってこう、ウイルスを
Alright, so we
倒
get
すみ
a
たいなス
giant
トーリーなのかな、も
Mario
しかして。
to start with. And we need to break these blocks. Wait for it. Whoops. Alright, so we'll need to go grab that costume once again. Alright, so now that we have Big Mario, we can jump up here, hit that power block, and hit that power block to get a key. And then drop these cannons down. And then when we get an opportunity, jump on top of this platform once again. Come over here. Allow that to shoot off. Grab another costume. And then go into the key door. The brain operation has been completed. And then we have reusable checkpoints with red coin collecting. Alright, so the next operation we'll do is, I think this is the intestines if I'm not mistaken. So just watch out, do not hit
これ
the...
は血管みた
Well,
いな
I took a hit anyways, but
感じなのか。
as long as we're careful, we can finish that
Boy.
one out. Lots of really cool platforming there. We get the second red coin and the checkpoint once again. Alright, let's drop down here. And now we have the heart operation. So we can come over here. We have the heart beating as well. And some awesome custom music on a loop. So if we use the Fire Koopa Clown car, we can destroy the heart. And then we can jump into this door to reset the section. And now we discover that Bowser is the one that was hiding in his heart. So we can use the Fire Koopa Clown car to take him out. Alright, and then once you've taken him out, we'll get a key, so let's go through the key door. Grab the final red coin, go through the pipe. And now with the key, we can head to the back of Luigi's head and go through the key door. We get the Luigi costume. Luigi is fine once again. And I would not recommend going for this secret. But if you hit this P switch, you can get some extra lives if you
これ、
want.
ルイージ、これ、どういう形
There we go.
サムネ。でも股間だな、今入ってるの。
And going for this secret. But if you hit this P switch, you can get some extra lives if you want. There we go. But if you go into the bottom of Luigi, which I do not recommend, we are just trapped in a death section. We can't go back out. And we can't go in that pipe either, so we have to drop down,
え
take a couple of hits, and die. So I don't recommend that secret. It's not the best secret in the world. And you will have to redo the challenges, so just a warning. Hit the key once. And this time, instead of going into Luigi's bottom, we get to finish the level. If you guys enjoyed this 2 years of Mario Maker video,
「マクドナルドにスライムが現れたかと思ったらクリ」
What's up, guys? This is Typhoon, and welcome back to another 2 years of the boo from their. Alright, guys, so this level is very cool. It is very fast paced, but it is difficult, so don't blink because there's a lot going on. But, anyways, let's drop down here. We'll see that we have boos rising from their graves to get us. So just keep moving. Alright, let's drop down here. Jump up here, go into the door. Alright. Alright, in this section we will be going for a secret, so just pay attention. Jump up here, get a running jump, and get all the way up here. If we hit this question block, we get a key. But the problem is we don't get to use the key until the end of the level, so we have to make it through the rest of the level without dying, which can be very difficult, so just keep that in mind. Alright, we'll go ahead and run and go into this door. And we get the first checkpoint. Awesome. So let's go through the pipe. Alright, in this section, just a lot more platforming. Jump on the springs when you get to them. Jump over here. Now we have to jump over the giant boos. Alright, gets kind of tricky. Let's jump into the boot. And then jump out of the boot, up here. Climb up here. And now, if you climb just high enough, those boos will move out of the way, allowing us to go into the door. Let's go through the door. Alright, here you gotta be pretty quick. Wait up here. Jump at the last second. And now these vines can be very tricky. Get onto this platform, jump over here. Get into the boot, jump back to the left on top of the boos, jump out of the boot. And we are brought to this area, so we just gotta wait out the P-switch. Let's go through the door. And we get the second checkpoint. Alright, so coming up right here is a very cool boss battle. I'm still not 100% sure how it works, but let's go through the door. Alright, so we get 3 stacks of booze here. Gotta be careful because they keep moving around. But basically, if you follow the same pattern, you should be okay. So we'll just go left, and then center once again, back to the right, left, center, back to the right, left, center, back to the right, and they all drop out of here once the P-switch is active, which is amazing. Let's go ahead, go into the door. There we have it. We destroy a boo. We also had the 2YMM on the left side with the birthday. Alright, so we brought the key all the way to the end. Let's go into the key door. Whoops. So we get lots of stars. We get the Fire Flower Mario. Let's go back through the door. Let's go.
そう、年表のサーバーにも共有か。あ、こんばんは。
お金のない人たち。
あ、もう、ダメだ。
何見てるんですか、今。
YMM の。あ、なんかバグってる。タイトルが。
あれ、だからはい。途中で抜ける可能性が高いです。
あ、OK です。
とだけ。
What's up, guys? This is Typhoon. We'll be miniatures in all 4 worlds and fulfill.
今年も、ね、大晦日は通話しますかね、10戦見る。
うん。俺はやる予定。
あ、OK です。よかった。自分も参加できます。
クソプライベートの話で電話して配信はしてるんですよ。これ画面共有できます？
ああ、そうだった。画面共有忘れてました。
Visit all 4 worlds and survive to the end. Only then will you be the littest homie in the land and can complete the level. Alright, so we have an auto-scrolling level here. Let's go into the pipe. And we have reusable checkpoints, which is amazing. So let's go ahead and move left to right. But first of all, there are a couple extra lives if you want to gather those on the left and the right sides in this room. So let's go ahead and start off with the spring section.
そう、すごい。この人の
Alright,
ミニパンガって名義もあるんだよな。
falling blue platforms mixed with springs and note blocks. And these are all very fun platforming sections, but they are fairly challenging, so just be aware. Alright, so here you have to ride on top of the sideways spring, get a big jump. Alright, awesome. One more trick in the books. There we have it. Let's go into the door. We get the first red coin and the other checkpoint. Let's go back through the pipe. And the checkpoint once again. So the hardest section is probably the
や
mole
ばい初見
section. So
殺しがあ
let's
る
go ahead and
YMM
give
の
this
コー
one
ス
a
だったんです
try.
けど、
Wait for this guy to jump all the way up and get on top of this mole and jump over
紹介して
here.
びっくり
The
した。
coins are good
こ
indicators
れは
of where you should jump.
シン
So
プルななん
I
か
recommend
トライアル的な
paying
コースか。
attention to those.
Oh,
Alright,
to-
let's jump on top of here. This mole.
どっちかっていう
周
と、
回転
Alright, we're getting pretty close.
BKR と
Go
か
up
そっち
here.
系だな。
Jump down and around. Let's go into the pipe. Beautiful.
What's the
Second
BTR
red coin already.
Masani.
Let's drop the donut down.
うん。
Go into the pipe once again. Alrighty, so the mushroom section. So we have a little bit of damage boosting here. Hit that question block. Damage boost on the spikes. Jump over here. Hit that question block. Damage boost once again. Jump on top of the munchers, then hit the POW. Alright, to reveal another mushroom. Alright, we're doing well so far. Lots of stuff going on in this. Now we have the big Mario costume, or giant Mario. We'll go ahead and break those blocks. And then use those invincibility frames. You also have 2YMM over there on the right that you get to see for a split second with the birthday cake. So we have 3 coins down, 1 to go. Let's go back through the pipe. Alright, and now we have a shell section, so let's go through the pipe. Alright, hit this guy. Have a little bit of some easy shell jumps here. Jump off of that shell. You have to move quick in this one, so just be aware. Jump on top of this. Kick that shell over, use it. Alright, and then we get a Shellmit. We can damage boost. As we boost the Goomba over, use him as a platform.
これは本当にシンプルな改造って感じだった。
Alright, and then these lead to the same area, so do not worry. We'll go ahead and go through the key door. Let's go through the pipe. And we're presented with a smiley face and the end of the level. But we get one more
ケーキあり
little
ました
bonus
っけ
here,
この
the
コース
Super Mario Maker costume. And alright, and then these lead to the same area, so do not worry.
あ嘘でしょ
We'll go ahead and go through the key door.
Cake
Let's
ない
go
の
through the. Alright, and will
開
you
幕
be the
の違う
littest
もん。あれ
homie
ケ
in
ー
the.
キはそんな。
ケーキあるって言ったじゃん。
そんな。これ、
貧乏かい。
ケーキなかった。これちょっと、サブに見えてるけど、次のやつめっちゃいいコースそうだな。かっけえわ。
GMO クリック証券は株式手数料ゼロ
And welcome back to another 2 years of Mario Maker Epic Stint and Theme 4. Height of fashion you can use, you still use this area. Like it said, we have a propeller hat level, but you'll notice that once we hit Wigglers, we can no longer use our propeller hat, so we need to do wall jumps and air twirls in order to make it through the
これも
level.
アクションって感じか。
So let's wall jump up here, and then do a spin jump off of the wall onto the spinies. Now that we've landed on solid ground, we can use the propeller once again. Let's ground pound through here. And this is another mechanic that it has, is these falling walls that we can use to wall jump up to the top. Let's do a
1YM
ground pound here,
シップマリオのやつ。
get a little bit of running juice
プロペラ
here.
バージョンみたいなコースが。
Now we have another wall jump section here. There we go. Let's go into the door for the next section and the first checkpoint. We have some wigglers up above if we want to say hi. Let's go ahead and wall jump here, ground pound to destroy the dry bones. Use the propeller there. Now we have a little bit more wall jump action. Quickly move over here to the right side so we can land right back on top of the Buzzy Beetle. So here we're going to do another propeller spin, and now we have a new friend on our thing here, so we can wall jump all the way up here. Alright. And we are back on our little vehicle here. So here we just want to jump up, destroy all the blocks, go into the
こういう
pipe
タワーとか見てるとなんかこう、
for the second checkpoint.
知
So
らん
here
とか
get
で
a
もなん
running
か
jump.
もしかしたらタワー開拓されて流行ったりしないかな
Now
と
things are
考え
quite
て
a
る
bit more intense in this
なんか感
section.
じがいいぞ
Ground pound there. More falling walls here. A little bit of fireworks to celebrate, but don't celebrate too much yet. Alright, so I love this section. We have falling walls left and right.
装飾綺麗だな。
Awesome.
そうっすね。
So just wait here for a bit. Use a spin jump off of the wall there. Spin jump on top of all these guys. And now we have more falling walls. Wall jump all the way up to the top. We get to celebrate with some fireworks. Let's go ahead and go into the pipe.
王道なアクションステージって感じだね。
Alright, and then in this section, just use your spin if you want. We have the 2YMM letters spelled out in coins that we can collect as many as we want. And then we can also use our propeller to get all the way up here. Celebrate with the 2Y.
このスーパーデイブのコースだけなかったけど、ケーキ。見逃してただけか。まあちょっと順番に見ていくか、今日は。結構長めだな。これ謎解き系っぽいな。
Alright guys, so this is an awesome puzzle level that uses a mechanic that I haven't really seen used before, but it's a very simple mechanic. The first time I played this I was quite confused, but my advice to you is do not overcomplicate things. So we get a POW out of this pipe, and if we jump on top, the screen scrolls up just enough for that pipe up above to spit out a mushroom. So we can grab the mushroom, set our POW there, and then we can break the block with Big Mario, use the POW to go through the door. Next section, we have some things. We're not sure exactly what they're for yet, but if we use the spring, we can get the pipe up above to spit out a star. So while the star is bouncing there, we can use the spring right here to activate the P-switch, allowing the star to drop through. And now with the star, we can destroy the Wiggler. Now that we're a little bit lower, we get the pipe down below to spit out a fire flower. Let's grab the fire flower and use it to light that Bob-omb. And then when he explodes, we get a key. So there we go, a whole bunch of moving pieces coming together. Now we have this section. Alright, so we actually have to go back through once again, grab the spring. This is kind of like an anti-cheese. Set the spring down and then go into any of the two pipes. They lead to the same area, and we get a checkpoint. So let's damage through there, grab this POW. Now we have to set the POW up there, move to the right side. That pipe over there to the right spits out a Bob-omb, which gives us a key. Let's grab the POW. Set it under the key door. Let's go through the door. Alright, and then in this section, can't really do much. So we're gonna have to move over to the right side. Now we have a pipe on the far right, spits out a winged mushroom. So let's wait here. Grab our winged mushroom and then break those blocks to have the pipe down below release a flying spring.
すげえな
We're
ー。
higher up on this thing.
すげえ。
On the Bill Blaster, we get two POWs, so let's use these POWs right here. And right here. Let's go through this door. Alright, damage through there. So this is probably the most confusing section. You can kill off the Muncher, but it won't really do anything, and then we have to get through those blocks. So if you set the POW here and you jump up above, the pipe up above will spit out a Wiggler. But we want to throw off the POW while the Wiggler is in midair because we don't want the Wiggler to get killed off. So if we do that correctly, we can jump on top of this Wiggler, allow a giant Wiggler to come out of the pipe to the left, activating a P-switch. So we can go through this pipe. And then go back through again. We need to reset and grab that POW from earlier. So now that we have the POW, let's go back through the pipe. And then use the POW right here to get just high enough for the bob-ombs to be released. Now that the wigglers
い
are
や、マジ
sitting
で
on
め
the
ちゃくちゃ
ground,
綺
you
麗だな。
can use the POW. Let's go through the pipe. Alright, and now we have a POW here. We can use it to jump up here, hit that turn block, and now we have a flying bob-omb that will break those blocks. And then we can jump up here and up here again. And then the muncher comes out of that pipe pushing
あ、そ
you.
うか。で、これ
And
卵
up
は
here again.
股間から出てきてたんじゃないのか。
And then the muncher comes out of that pipe pushing Yoshi to the ground. You can use the POW to kill off the muncher. And now we have a flying bob-omb coming from the right side. Gets lit midair. And then breaks those blocks. Let's go ahead and go through the door for this section. So there's not a whole lot we can do. We can't get up there yet. And if we drop down here, there's not a pipe to be seen. So if we actually
面
just
白い。なんかこ
go
う、どん
right
どん
here,
複雑になってくる感
screen
じがあるんです
goes
よ。
just low enough to get a P-switch to spit out. So we can activate the P-switch, and then while the P-switch is active and we have the coin on the left side, we can hit that POW block, which will give us this vine, allowing us to climb high enough to spawn this POW block. So before we go through the door, let's set the POW block there, get a running jump up here. Now we have an activated bob-omb. He breaks us through. Let's set the POW underneath the door. Let's go through the door. Alright. So there's nothing else we can do in this section except climb up here, go into the pipe for the second checkpoint. So, I'll show you this real quick just
い
so
や、
you
すごい
know.
な。
If you drop down here, there's activated bob-ombs coming out of the pipe on the right, but since we came too low,
調整しろってことこれ。
spiny shell that just keeps destroying those bob-ombs, so we do not want to do that.
ボムだけ出るように
Let's
しろっ
go
てこと
through the
か。
pipe to reset this section. We're here to the
So
right
dumb.
side, go on top of this skull raft, jump on top of it once again, and that will give us a POW block. So if we take the POW block, drop it right there in the corner, and then just sit on top of the POW instead,
おー
then only the top
おもろい。
pipe will actually work in this case and give us a key, so we can once again climb up here. Now we have a key. Let's go through the door with the POW,
楽しいな。
throw the POW at the muncher, and then go through
な
this
んかそうい
pipe.
うパズルゲームがありそうな。
Alright, if we want to
こうい
beat this section,
こういうのやつだ
we
けや
come
ってた
over
い、
here,
マジで。
hit that hidden block,
一番楽しいやつだ、
vine in
これ
it,
は。
that will
こ
allow
ういう
us
の
to
は。
drop through. And then this pipe
いや、すごい
will
わ。
spit out a wiggler, activating a P-switch. Now we can get a cape. So with the cape, we can run along here, spin, so that we're up in the air long enough for this POW to
Wow.
spawn.
うわ、すげえ。
Let's hit the POW,
そんな
drop
手
these
が。
donuts down,
あ、
and then go
山
through
田さん。
this pipe.
山田さんが来ました。
あ、いや、そうすご
And
い
we
わ。
have the end of the level, but before we finish,
スタンダード系の。
we're going to fly to the left. So we go up there. We have an activated bob-omb that drops down. We can get a hidden key, or a secret key, I guess. It's not very hidden. But let's go ahead, go through the key door. Go through this pipe. And we get an epic 2YMM celebration room with a couple of Yoshis. We also have the
平気だ。
いや、すごいな。めちゃくちゃ綺麗。まあこれスタンダードなのかな。まあ謎解きは確実に入ってて。で、まあギミックもそうか。いや、どうやってこんな奴らを集めたんだ。次のコース、メタマリオメーカーでちょっと面白そうですね。
私まだ帰りたくないな。
この世には二通りの人間がおる。
おかみさん
誘惑に負ける人間と踏ん張る人間、あんたはどっちや。
So first of all, this level is amazing, and the number one reason for that is the incredible custom music that's on a loop throughout this entire level. So we're on the Super Mario Maker
YMM のコース。
title screen right
演
now.
奏が当た
We
り
have
前に
the
入ってる
little
やつマジ
melody
で
playing
す
in
ご
the
いな。
background. But anyways, let's go ahead and go into this pipe to get things started. So now we are in, you guessed it, the core spot. We have that familiar sound as well. And we have 4 courses we can check out. So I'm actually going to play these in reverse order. We have 1 from each game style. So let's start off with New Super Mario Bros. U. We go through the door.
マリメでマリメの演奏コースやんの頭おかしいだろ。
Alright. So we have the new Soup music playing in the background, which is amazing. He does such a great job, even including multiple instruments in these music loops. It's pretty amazing. So we have a little bit of a challenge here with the bumpers. And if you fail, you can just reset it. So I'm just going to hopefully get it on this try. We took a hit, but it's okay. So let's
どう
bounce
やっ
off
て
of the
広まったん
bumper,
だろ
go
う。
into the
普
pipe,
通は MM でも
and we're brought back to the
結構
title
こ
screen.
のループ演奏結構使
Let's
われ
go
てる
back
んだ
through the
よな。
pipe.
誰が広めたんだろ
Alright, so let's jump on this cloud and go to the Super Mario World level. So let's check it out. Alright, more custom music. I love it, it's so chill. The music is just perfect for this setting. But it does get fairly difficult, so we'll just have to dodge these grinders here. Jump over there, gather the red coin, and go through the door. Alright, back into the pipe. I love how that melody plays each time you go back after each of these levels.
う。これ4つ
But
あるってこと
anyways,
は初代
now
の
we
演奏
have
する
Super
のか。
Mario Bros. 3 style. Let's check it out.
お願いしますこ。それ。
Alright, even more custom music on a loop. Let's jump over here. We have a little platforming section here with donut blocks. Alright, that one's not too bad. We'll gather the red coin, go through the door.
それ。
Alright. So the only one we have left then is
Ah,
Super
これ
Mario
記憶ロボットやってるのか、
Bros.
これ。
Alright.
そうなんだけど。
So the only one we have left
記録ロボ
then
ットの
is
BGM
Super
流れて
Mario
るし。
Bros. Let's go
あ、そう
through
だ、
the
記
door.
録ロボットのビデオか。
Now we have 1-1. Little tribute here. And a hammer bro, which I do not
ど
enjoy.
ういうことなんこれ。
Get out of here.
狂気、
Alright, so
狂
we
気
have
の
a
沙汰だ
vine.
よ、こん
Let's
なの。
climb up. Come over here, jump on top of the red Koopa. Wait for this guy to go a little bit lower. Gather the final red coin. Let's go through the pipe. And now, since we have the key, we can go through this key door.
素晴らしい。
Alright, and now this is the main menu after you go past the title
あ、これ
screen.
UFO か。
We have the UFO here in the middle. And then
Okay,
this
set
would be
rocket
your
button.
course world. We get a checkpoint. This is where the makers is. And then this is the 100 Mario Challenge
Cool.
pipe. So let's go into the 100 Mario Challenge, which we all love.
あ、なるほど。
So here we have it. We have all of our levels from the 100 Mario Challenge. And our hearts beating. Let's go into the door. Alright.
え
This is the type of level you guys are used to seeing.
あ、
And
100
the
マリ
100
の
Mario
ちょっと
Challenge,
再
I
現
love
してる
it.
ことか。
So great. So many sound effects, I can't even think. But anyways, let's go into this hidden pipe here. Well, not hidden really. But if you go into this pipe here, we get Gold Mario and the 2YMM with the 2 years of Mario Maker birthday cake. Let's help ourselves to a couple extra lives. Awesome little bonus room here. And hopefully we can hang on to the Gold Mario costume for a little bit at least. But anyways, we want to drop this donut down, grab the key right here, and then hit that block to get a bomb. So once that explodes, we can come up here, drop the donut down, go into the door. Geez, I can't even hear myself think. We'll run all the way over here. And now that all the music has died out, we can go through the key door. Super Mario Maker costume.
あげるか。演奏系は。
We have more of the title music with a little bit more flair to it this time. We get a key right there. Let's jump down here, wait for the grinder. Alright, and then once it is passed, let's go into this pipe. Now using that key we got, we can go through this key door. And we are presented with the end of the level, but first, we get a silver Mario costume to celebrate with, and then also they're kind of hard to gather, but you have 3 extra lives here with wings.
見えた。次はなんかシンプルなアクションっぽいな。
And welcome back to another 2 Years of Mario Maker episode. Today's states making a video is if you want. Alright guys, just a fair warning, this is a difficult level, but it is very fun, and it uses spin jumping as the main mechanic, mostly on Spinies. So let's step on this blue platform to start things off, and then spin jump on these guys, collect those coins, and drop this guy down. We'll spin jump on top of this giant Spiny, climb the vines. Alright, and then just time this one correctly. There we go, kill that guy off. Spin jump on top of this guy, and then get up to the vine there, perfect. Now we'll spin jump on top of this stack. Once we hit the POW up above, then it becomes mobile. So we will spin here, go onto the blue platform, spin a couple more times, collect these coins, go back onto the platform, climb the vine, and then we get a door to the first checkpoint. Alright, making great progress so far. So let's spin jump on top of this guy, drop this down, spin jump on this big one, the small Spiny, and then the upside down big one once again to get into this door. Alright, and then once we hit the POW up above Mario, we set this awesome section into motion. Alright, so we want to spin jump on these guys while they're above the grinders, and then small hops here to get underneath those spikes. Then big hop over once again, and then get onto the vines. And then before we go into that pipe, let's actually jump all the way up here, go into this pipe for a little secret. Alright, so we get a key and 3 extra lives. We also have the 2YMM down below, which looks awesome. Let's go back through this pipe. And now that we have the key, we actually cannot die, so we have to be careful. We have to keep the key with us until the end of the level, otherwise we'll have to go back and get it again. Alright, so let's spin jump on top of these falling piranha plants. I love this section, it's very creative. Alright, be careful. Go over, there we go, awesome. Fantastic, so once we go into the P-switch door, we have a quick little section here that we need to be fast, act quickly. There we go, onto the skull platform. One more spin jump. Alright, and then come over here. Jump over here, and then once we go through this door, we are in the crazy boss section and the second checkpoint. But keep in mind, you cannot die if you have that key, if you want to have the true ending. Like I just did. Genius, Tyler. Alright, we're back once again with the key. Let's try to keep it this time, please. This section is very difficult, but it's so cool. Alright, onto the skull raft. Spin jump off. Go all the way up here. Get onto this skull platform. Collect these coins. Alright, now we're on top of this big Spiny. P-switch gets activated. Keep spin jumping. Alright, skull raft once again. Let's go. Let's hit the pow block, and now we are flying all of a sudden.
飛んだ。
Who knows why? Alright. Big jump. Come on, let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this. This is so intense. Alright, stay on to this platform for a second. Jump all the way over. Spin jump off. Alright, now we have to listen to the P-switch. Alright, we are almost there. Let's do this. Let's go. Alright, come on. Ride the Buzzy to victory. Onto the vines. Let's go through the pipe. And we have Woo up above getting destroyed by Thwomps. Let's go into the key door with the key. Let's go into the pipe. And we can celebrate with this awesome 2YMM birthday cake.
でかすぎる。
Tons of fireworks. Even have a couple stars to celebrate with as well. Let's go back through this pipe. Go through the door. Jump on top of the mushroom platform. And finish the level.
で幅広いな。これはアクションかな。で、次。モーメンタム。
スーパーアウトレットセール
モープログレム。
福君福君ってそう
なんだそれは。
And welcome back to another 2 Years of Mario Maker episode. Today's creator we will be showcasing is Olympic Marmot. And Olympic Marmot is a very casual player who loves playing by spamming YM extra
もう
speed
いいね率がすごい。100%。
to get through the day. Get a boost from munchers, thwomps, and moles to have a little gimmicky level here. And basically we have to use momentum to make big jumps. And after doing the little introduction there, we get a checkpoint, and then we are brought to a whole bunch of different challenges in a reusable checkpoint level. So let's go ahead and start off with these doors on top with the Monty Mole section. So this one's probably the hardest one to get used to. But eventually you'll get it. You have to make him bounce off the spring.
すげえ
And
な。
make that giant jump. There we go. Alright, so next one is just a little bit harder because our
歯とか
platform
に入って
is
る。
slightly
飛び入っ
smaller,
て
but
出て
we
きそう
got
だ
it. So we get the first red coin. Let's go through the pipe. We get the checkpoint on the other side. And then we're back where we started. So let's go ahead and do the door right here with the Monty Mole. Or sorry, the Rocky Wrench rather. So we are moving along.
ああ。
Big jump. Have to go into this pipe to reset this section. Now we will drop down below. Our platform is slightly smaller, so we get carried along. Big jump. There we go. Got the red coin. Let's go through the pipe. Get our checkpoint once
見
again.
てもできんのかな。
Alright, and now let's try checking out some of the pipes. Let's start with the one on the far left, the Muncher section. So, I love this section. We have giant munchers being shot out of the red bill blasters. Here you have to cut back a little. Oh my gosh. You have to the time. We will get it done. There we go. Into the door.
そんな止まるんだ。
It's very creative. So you have to use when the thwomps slam down, they actually give you momentum, sideways momentum, which is really cool. So you have to boost them up. And then once they slam down in the cloud car, you have to use that momentum to get to the next part.
光景がなんか見たことあるようで見たことないなこれ。
And there we have it, through the door.
横ばっかり見てる。
Now the red coin.
あ、そういうことか。
That section takes a little bit to get used to at first, but
おもろかった。
once you get the trick down, it's not too difficult. Alright, let's do the spring section next. So this one's all about the timing. So if you jump after it's fully extended, there we go. So after it's fully extended for just a little bit, jump on, do a small hop, and then a big jump off of the spring as it is moving to the right quickly. You should get that giant jump that you need to make it to the next red coin. All right, and then the next section we have here is a clown car section. So we're just being kind of boosted along here.
あ
If you pre-jump there, you should be good. All right, and then we
あ。
have
こ
to
れ、クラウン
use
がどうやって動かないようにしてるんだ
that momentum there. Let's go through the door. Another section in the books. All right, and we only have one section left, so that is the piranha plant section. So let's go into the pipe and check it out. So we have
あ
kind of like dancing piranha
魚
plants
介すぎ
here.
る。
And I find it's best to just kind of jump right
あ。み
away.
たいになってる。
Go through the door on top of the giant buzzy beetle. Awesome. We have is
これで終わ
but
り
act quickly here because you have to make one more final jump all the way up here for the bonus. So we have 2YMM. But if we climb along these vines here, we'll be able to get enough. Alright. So we get the Super Mario. We can help ourselves to some one ups. So we'll grab those. We can grab ourselves a star and another extra life. And then jump on the top of the flagpole and finish the level. So we have the 2YMM birthday
あ、これ見たことあるな。これなんか前見た気がする。まあ、もう一回見るか。
Typhoon and welcome back.
まあ、これも、まあ、ギミックもあるか。
Back to another 2 years of Mario
サムネ。
Maker episode. Today's Melon Rind Maker is fish. Melon Rind aims for immersive theme. More giant ruin. Building a bit. Will Mario Essence a really cool level here with a lot of really unique and fun gimmicks and mechanics. So if we break ourselves through there, we will get a POW block, and then we can climb back up here. All the way up. Alright, and then where this coin is, we want to set the POW block. Drop down here, and then do a spin jump here to break the blocks. So the POW allows Mario to fall down here. That will push us through, and then we can climb up this vine, and then climb on these vines, climb across. Alright, jump up here, and then let's lower these donut blocks. Alright, in this section we want to hit this POW block, and then these are going to start moving towards us slowly. We have to ditch Yoshi, unfortunately. Rest in peace, Yoshi. And then jump up here with the key that we just got. Let's go into the key door. Alright, in this section we want to grab the flying POW once it gets to Mario. And then set it where the arrow is. Alright, and then that stops the Bill Blaster from moving towards us again. Allows us to climb all the way up to the top. Then we can drop the donut down, go into the pipe.
そうか。
For the first checkpoint. Alright, and then this is where things start getting a little bit more intense. So we'll go ahead, kill off those munchers, and then we want to grab this POW
こういう
block
仕組みなんだ。
run and set it where the arrow is, or near it. And then we want to run again, set it down once again. And then we're waiting for these red Bill Blaster gates to open. That's our cue to start going again, set it down once again. And finally,
何に乗ってんのこれ。
allow it to push us through the springs.
ベルコンか
Let's
な。
throw off the POW block to get an extra life. And then once again, we're just climbing these vines here.
なんか、
Alright, awesome. Let's go
シン
into
プル
the
だけど
pipe.
見たことないギミックの。
Alright, here we want to jump up top. We can take this POW to the left side here, set it right there to get access to that extra life in case you wanted it.
え
If we set the POW block there, that will move the Bill Blaster out of the way, allowing us to move on. We can throw the POW
あ
block
の、
at
こ
the
れも
muncher,
しかしたら、
and then spin jump,
制作画面見せてくれるのかも
and then these will start moving towards us once again. We want to just hang out here, spin jump at the last second to get onto these blue spike tops. Alright, awesome. And then this section right here is really
な。
cool.
あ、これは、
So if we jump over this boo and go on to the springs here, the sideways springs, when the boo follows us, it actually allows the Bill Blaster to move, and then our spring bridge just keeps extending a little bit at a time. I just think this looks amazing. It's such a cool mechanic. Let's go into the key door. Alright, here you want to be careful. Jump over these so they don't crush you. Alright, awesome, we made it. And then let's just try to get through here. There we go. For the second checkpoint, let's go through the pipe. In this section, you want to act really quickly, so get on Yoshi and start eating these POWs as fast as you can and spitting them out. That allows the Bill Blaster to move. Alright, and then if you want to get the secret in this section, you want to jump up, hit the turn block right there, and then jump off of Yoshi with Mario. And then let's go through the door on the right first. We have a little melody here, a little bonus room with 2 Ymm. And the birthday cake on the left. Looks amazing.
これケーキやばい。
えぐ。
細長いし、やばい。
なんか、音楽も不穏だしな。
Let's go back
終わり
through
こ
this
れ。
door, and then go through the key door. And now we are at the tough boss section, so
あ、まだある
do
わ。
not underestimate this section. It does get very difficult, but we'll try our best here. Alright.
うわ
Doing
ー、
good
賢
so
い。
far. Basically, you want to knock these bombs out of the sky, and then throw them behind the boo. Alright. Doing good. Let's not screw it up. No!
これでちょっと
死んだ
YMM のを見てて、ちょうど出てきて思ったんですけど、マグナムオーパスのこの区間もなんか、YMM のこういうやつの延長線。
Why must that always happen to me?
あー、確かに。
スタンダード、改善のテストになった感じ。
Alright, guys, this is the run. You just wait. Let's hope for the best here, because things get pretty intense. Alright, come on. One last throw. Let's go. There we go. Let's go through the key door. Finally. Thankfully, because of editing magic, you guys didn't have to see me struggle with that for so long. Oh, I love that part right there. It looks like we're gonna get killed off by the giant dry bones. But we get the end of the level.
OK。エトックスさんの動画で見た気がするな。やっぱりこれ制作画面。いや、見せてくれてないな、制作画面。わかんねえな。普通にベルコンなのかな。
なんでか。
絶対ベルコンじゃないのあるよな。
なんか、あそこ、変なとこあった。
見てもわかんねえな。いや、サムネイル見てないなんかこことかベルコンってない。なんかレールのやつ載せてんのかな。わかんないな。わかんないな。どうやってるんだ。ああ。じゃあ近いコンセプトのやつ、他にもあるんですよ。ウォーウーマンはまあ見たから昨日。アクションっぽい。
And welcome back to another 2 years
初めてすごい見えた。
of Mario Maker episode. With an NES cannon, or we have an auto scroller here, an auto scroller platformer with lots of really fun jumps, but they are quite difficult, so just be careful. Be sure to dodge the spikes and dodge the cannonballs. You should be okay. We'll hop back onto the skull raft here, jump onto cannonball down here. And then there in the lava is a key that we'll want to grab and hang on to for the rest of the level. We get the first checkpoint. Alright, and then we have even more jumps to do, so just be careful. Make sure you don't miss any of them. Get onto the blue platform, jump on top of the dry bones, hop onto this guy, cannonball, dry bones once again, and then we're on the skull raft. Alright, jump up here, and we can go into the pipe for the second checkpoint. Alright, fantastic levels so far. Now we have some dry bones to jump on.
無理やと思うけど。
Lots of platforms, oh my gosh.
わかんない。全然知らないから。
We're falling a little bit behind, but we're still alive. There we go. Let's hop over here onto another skull raft. And we'll jump off the skull raft onto the cannonball, back on, over the spike. Drop this down. Cannonball, cannonball, cannonball. Into the key door with our true ending key. let's go ahead and go into the pipe. And then we gather a Super Mario Maker costume, and we have the 2YMM up above. Awesome little bonus room here. And then we have the 2YMM birthday cake as well with a couple of extra lives.
結局、シンプルなのが一番うめえんだよな。
まあそうですね。そうですね。あ、結構長えな。結構難しめのやつなのか。
Welcome back to another
あ、すごい。サムネ。すごっ。
うわ、
こんなんできる。
誰こいつ。誰
誰かわかんないけど、すごいな。どうやってんの
New Year's a Mario Maker episode. Today, to spot between a parallel around every 5 is Mario save Yoshi 4x4 Star Trek. Alright guys, so this is a really complex puzzle level that uses the cape and cape tricks
ああ、面白そう。
as the main theme. And a lot of the things that you see or tricks that you'll see over and over in this level. So basically here we're getting flight speed by bouncing in between these sideways springs. And then doing a dive bomb to kill off a muncher to move on to the next area. So let's go ahead and go through the pipe. And as we're damage boosting here, I do want to point out that the first time I played this level, it took me a very long time to beat. So try not to get discouraged and just keep trying new things, and hopefully you should eventually figure out these sections. So you'll see lots of complex setups, including this one here. But there's not much we can do yet, so let's go ahead and go through this pipe. And then if you see the spike top here, moving the stump on his back, that's a theme that you'll see used multiple times in this level as well. But anyways, with the cape, let's get some flying speed, dive bomb over here, and then that kills off the muncher, allowing us to go up above here and go into this pipe. Alright, awesome. Now we have another complex section. Let's drop down here, get some flight speed, and dive bomb over here, killing off that muncher on the bottom. Now we have kind of a flying muncher set up here. So let's time it so that it's at the peak. When we dive bomb, that kills off the muncher that was here. Now we can jump up here, dive bomb to kill the muncher on the right side. I love how this all works together, it's really cool. And then dive bomb once again to kill off that muncher, allowing us to go through here. And then that giant spiny is going to activate a P-switch. And we can come over here, go into this pipe. So we're back to this section once again. While the spike top is to the right side and off the screen, we're going to do another dive bomb to kill off the munchers. This is a lot to fit into one level, but it's so complex and so cool. So now he boosts up this Bill Blaster, allowing us to go back through this pipe. And there we have it. We have the first checkpoint. So that's good at least. And now we can actually use the cape in this section here to do some cool things. So let's go ahead and do, I think it's 3 dive bombs to the left using this setup here. There's 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to do 1 right here to the left. So now we have 2 munchers at ground level, and then we don't have any munchers on the left side. Now we can stand here and allow the spiny up above to travel along, getting us a key. Awesome. So let's go ahead and go through the pipe. Alright, and then let's go through this key door. Go into this door. And then in this section, we're going to dive bomb left while the other spike top is out of the way. So basically, this spike top is going to eventually walk back to the left side with the giant muncher on its back. And then he's going to kill off the bomb, clearing this path to go into this pipe. Alright, we have another complex setup here, and we have reset doors in case you mess it up. But basically, this bomb, we want to eventually blow up these blocks that are underneath Mario right now so we can go into the bottom pipe. And then we have some complex setups on the right side with some spike tops as well. And then if we climb up top here, we see that we have a spike top, a giant muncher, and a Bill Blaster. So, first things first, we're going to get running speed. Dive bomb to the left side first. That allows that guy to drop the Bill Blaster down. And then we're going to dive bomb to the right side in this pit. Now that guy starts running up above, and eventually he'll get trapped in that cloud area. And now we don't want to dive bomb to the right anymore, or else it'll kill off this bomb. So we want to keep the bomb alive and dive bomb to the left once again. So that allows the ghost to move with the Buzzy Beetle on his back. And then we'll turn when he's right about there. Do another dive bomb so that you land on that Buzzy Beetle. Such a cool setup, I love it. And then it drops that Bill Blaster down, blowing up the bomb, and then allowing us to go through this pipe. Lots of talking here. Alright, and then we're going to dive bomb when this muncher is right on that gap in between the bridges, if you can see it there. And then that will allow the spike top to go over the bridge, over the muncher, and then onto the other bridge. And then with the cape we can hit this big buzzy shell up here, kick it over, and now we have access to a shelmet. So let's grab that, go back through this door, go through this door, and through this pipe. Alright, awesome. So with the helmet, we can do some pretty cool things in this room now. So if we get running speed and bump into those, so that when I land on the ground, they're actually up in the air and they don't get killed off. And then we can do a couple more regular dive bombs from over here. So now we have 3 munchers. We had 2 before, so now we have 3 munchers and then a gap right here. So if we stand over here on the right side, the Spiny will travel all the way along, hit the question block, and give us a second key. So let's go through this pipe, through the first key door that we already unlocked, and then into the second key door. And then we get a checkpoint. The timer on this level is not very forgiving. You have to beat this fast, so I'm just going to go ahead and die real quick. And then we will pick up from that checkpoint. So we get both of the keys right away, so I'm just going to use those right away so that we're not using them later and so that they're not traveling behind Mario the entire time. Alright, so let's go back to that checkpoint area. We'll gather a helmet as well that we're in right now. We can't really do anything in it yet, so let's go through this door. Alright, we have another complex setup here. Basically, the goal is to get this thwomp on the right killed, so that the Bill Blaster moves down, and then we can trigger the thwomp on the right side to activate the P-switch. So, we have a bunch of munchers set up, spike tops with stumps on their backs, all that good stuff. First step is get some flight speed here, and it's kind of tricky, but you have to dive bomb over on the right side. So let's see if I can get it. See, if you bump that ledge at all, you're pretty much screwed. Oh, but there we go. We finally got it. So then we have to dive bomb another time while this guy is traveling. All right, awesome. So then if you do it just right, or if it doesn't work right away, basically you want to make sure that the spike top that just dropped off the stump right here gets moving. But once you get it, then you can dive bomb over here, kill off the thwomp. Hop all the way up here, activate the P-switch, gather this P-switch, go through the door. And then while the P-switch is active, just to make your life simple, just gather that coin right here. And then we're going to set the P-switch right there, and then dive bomb right on top of it. That will activate the top spike top on the right side. He will drop off a stump that the second spike top will use, so now we can do a normal dive bomb to the right. And then he will travel all the way along the bottom, and then start climbing the wall on the left. We will fly once again. The muncher up to the left, and clearing a path to give us some bob-ombs. So we have long ways to travel with the bob-omb, so gather the activated bob-omb, go through the pipe, go through this door, go through this door, go through this pipe, and then be careful in this room, because we need to throw it right up there. Alright, awesome work. Alright, so now we can get some flight speed, do the same thing with that stack of munchers, and then do it one more time right here. Whoops. Get the speed we need. There we go. Alright, another dive bomb. Then we're going to dive bomb once here. And then one more time
いや、
right here.
すげえな。
Alright, so now we have all
すげ
four
え。
hunters up
こんな分
above
岐さ
in
せ
a
るん
line.
だ。
We
こ
can drop down another
あ
spiny, so he goes all the way
頭良す
along.
ぎだろ、作ったやつ。
Hits the block and releases Yoshi. Now with Yoshi, we're going to gather one of these sideways springs. Go into the pipe.
あ、そっか、あそこ、ここ、そういうことか。
Before finishing the level, we're actually going to go
は
through
い
this
はいはい。
door.
ああ、ああ、
Alright,
すげえ。
stand right here, drop it down. Hop off
あ、ここ
Yoshi.
もなんか、
And we're going to get some running speed here. Fly
こ
all the way up here
この上
into
もいけ
the
る。
hidden pipe.
わあ、
And we have a little
あ、
celebration room
か
with
ケーキがこ
Yoshi's.
こにある。
Awesome little celebration room here. We also have the 2YM
おしゃれだ
falling
な
down
ぁ。す
with
げえ
the
なぁ。
feathers. The 2YM birthday cake as well. Such an awesome celebration. Alright, awesome once again. Stand where the door is, crouch, and spit it out. And then get that flight speed with Yoshi. Drop down and finish the
いや
level.
どえらいコースだな。すごいな。
これはやばいね。
やばいな。ちょっと、
これは過去一かもしれない。
マジっすか？
わからない。いや、その、全コースじゃないよ、別に。
配信で
なんか、
見た中だと。
昨日から見てって。そう。
おー
だいぶすごかったけど。
あ、違う、ちょっとミスった。こっちまだやってなかった。これはアクションで、これ。いやー、すごいな。今日、さっきのスクロールの土管のやつもすごいし、謎解きレベル高え。3月の1個埋まってる。何で埋まったんだ？ 3月だっけ？あれいつだっけ？ 3 月29とかだったよな。何で埋まったんだ？ちょっと。最近ちょっとキャットさんに教えてもらったのはプリシジョン結構埋めたからそれかな。どれだろう？ 3 月15じゃなかった気がするな。これじゃないと思う。13でもなかった。あ、これかな？沢村さん。よし、これで結構、待っていいよ。いや、すごいな、もう、2IMM の時点で、こんだけすごいのか。あ、エバーマー。これなんか、ハイフライさんが好きな職人にあげてた人だな。あ、でも結構改造。
Welcome back to another 2 years of Mario Maker
初めて言うの？
episode. Today, all time with platform. Alright, guys, so this is a really fast paced but extremely fun platforming level.
確かにこういった改造の人なのかな？
It focuses a lot on spin jumping. Basically, follow the coin indicators, and they should at least help you. I'm not going to say you're going to do this perfectly at first, but
これはシンプルな。
yeah, it's really fun. Lots of dangers, lots of really fun jumps. We have the first section done almost. Okay, there we go. Awesome little section here. The goal is in sight, but here we go. Even more fast-paced platforming. All right, follow those coins. Jump on the piranha plants. Big jump. All right, quickly get over here. We have the whatever you want to call them, bloopers, I guess. All right, even more jumps. Don't die, don't die, don't die. All right, we have the 2YMM birthday cake up above.
変わった入れ方ですね。
And 2YMM right here. Oh my gosh, we did it.
ケーキ。
All right,
これケーキっすよね。
えわ、本当じゃん。マジか。
2YMM birthday cake up above.
Oh,
And
no,
2YMM right here. Oh my gosh, we did it.
で、こういう終わりか。
うん。
これは本当にシンプルなコースだった。 で、まあ、この64のやつは見たから、
ヤフーとヤフー
ワールドの化け屋敷はちょっと
今おすすめの商品で何かありますかね。
期待できるな。
ふるさと納税もですねショッピングでできますんで。
あ、そうなんだ。
はい
あ、じゃあ熊本のやつとかもできるんですね。
ヤフーとヤフーとヤフーで生きてる。検索はヤフー。
And welcome back to another 2 years of Mario Maker episodes. Something Funaherna is a maker. Alright guys, so we have a really cool platforming level here, and it has some very unique challenges, as you can see by the intro there. But anyways, we get the first checkpoint, and then we
グ
are
ラパの上にパワー乗せて
brought
ライ
to
フ
this awesome area with 8 mini challenges and an infinite checkpoint system. So this first one here, we need to do some platforming on top of these springs. There we go. You have to time it so that when the munchers go down, that's when you want to jump. So it's a little bit tricky getting that section down, but we got the first red coin in the books. Let's go through the pipe, grab the other checkpoint, go through the pipe, and then we're brought back to the original checkpoint. Alright, so challenge 1 done. Let's go into door 2. Alright, so this one we have to run and jump over here. Alright, and then while we're on top here, we want to run and jump on top of the cheap pipe. You get used to it first, but eventually you'll learn each section and it shouldn't be too difficult. So we need to jump up here, jump over here, jump over here.
おもろ。
I love the movement on those platforms there. Very creative section. So let's go through the pipe.
ああいう感じでお互い吸い抜けさせることがで
Alright,
きるのか
awesome. Making great
ああ
progress so far. 3 challenges done. Let's go into the last door. Wait for these guys to fall, run along, jump up top, spin jump again. There we go. I love that section. It flows so smoothly. So we have half the challenges done. Now we have to move on to the pipes. So let's go ahead and move right to left. Alright, here we go. Jump up here, bounce off those, jump off of there. And then this one, it's a little bit tricky timing, but basically just jump as soon as that muncher starts pushing those springs. The infinite check. I mean, it's really easy to set up, but it makes levels so much better in case you mess up. So here we go, jump. There we go. That jump is surprisingly difficult. And then this section here is really cool. The muncher like picks up the spring somehow, allows you to run on top of them and then jump. I just love the still he makes all these different challenges using just those items. Alright, that jump is pretty awesome. Alright, so this one you need to jump up on top of the spring, so let's do that. And then a huge jump, there we go, awesome. Then there's our pipe, and here we go, the one final challenge. So we just need to bounce off the sideways spring,
怖いことさせる
center ourselves on the
独特な
door
ケー
block,
キ。
gather that last red coin, go through the door, and we have an awesome flag here to celebrate the creator's country. And let's go ahead and go through this pipe. And here we have it, 2YMM with the end of the level. But for the true ending, it is quite difficult, but you have one shot. Well, pretty much have one shot of getting it. You have a shellmate here that you need to do a shell jump with. So if we just get running jump all the way up here, awesome. Then we have a hidden Yoshi up above.
なるほど。アクションギミック。次、ちくわか。
Alright guys, so this is a really cool auto-scroller with lots of really fun platforming challenges.
なるほど。
And as the name suggests, you will see a lot of falling donuts.
え
Platforming challenges.
あれ
And so this is a really cool auto-scroller with lots of really fun platforming challenges.
あ
And
こ
as
の
the name
青リストに
suggests,
着
you will
地して
see
る
a lot of falling donuts. It's a reoccurring theme that you'll see, and it's a really fun and challenging part of the level.
装飾
But yeah,
ね
just look out for them. Make sure you don't miss your jumps. Let's go ahead and go through the door for the first checkpoint. Alright. Let's jump down here. Big bridge of donuts there. Now we have a skull raft. Even more falling donuts. Alright, awesome. Making great progress so far. I really enjoy this level. Alright, this part is tricky, so be careful. Alright, into the pipe. Awesome. Love that section. We get the second checkpoint. Now we're in the castle subworld. Alright, let's do this. Alright, almost died there, but we're still with it. Somehow. Alright, tiny hops there. Alright, awesome, we're still with it. This is crazy, I love this section though. Gets really intense. Alright, awesome. Now we have a giant POW surfing section.
Cool.
Not really giant, but basically just don't screw it up. Alright, and then if we come up here really quick, we can grab a key. We also have access to some extra lives, so we'll go ahead and grab those quick. We had to get the last one, and then you go through the key door. Alright, and then we get some coins to celebrate right here. And then if we wait for it to scroll over, we get the 2YMM birthday cake. But if we
チャ
also...
プター自動生成ってこれ、そんななんか自動でこんな判断してくれるんだ。裏面とか思って
climb up here, we'll see we have Tetris. So, we get a giant
そんなの誰と思う
Mario.
けどな。
If I can break these blocks,
そうな
it'd be
のか、これ。
awesome. There we go. Now we can celebrate here. Hit this, get our awesome crown, our true ending crown, and finish the level.
これもシンプルにいいアクションコンサート。あ、これ、自分は見てないけど、これ、5mm さんが
はい。
多分好きなコース。
プレゼンテーション。
なるほど。
どれにしようか。
説明見ると、現在確認できる最後の左右往復型レール演奏らしいです。どういうことかわかんないですけど。いや、これ、ベストタイムの人これ、ノープランダウンってあの人じゃコグジャンプのシップマリオの
ああ、あの人。
ジュニア B ラダーのノープランダウン。
オープランダウン。
いや、BGM 変わるんだ。左右往復型ってどういうことなんだろう。レールの配線がってことなのかな。
戻るわけじゃないもんな。
あれなのかな。レールが、こう、四角形とかで形にするんじゃなくて、左右に往復するようになってるのかな、楽器ブロックが。直線で。いいやつすぎるな、この。途中にこう、ナイスってコメントしてくれる。ありがたいな。いいやつ。あの人、裏面が大きい。
あ、往復してる。
ここはどうやってこ
なんかこの曲聞いたことあるけど、覚えてない。なんだっけ。
あ、なるほど、ナイスって、ここでまた折り返したからか。でもすごいな。しかも折り返すごとに変わってる。やべえ。もう2周年でこのレベルのやつ出てたんだね、そう。これはナイスだな。すごっ。
すごいな、これは。
ここも往復してくれるのか。あ、これしかもさっきのとこか。まだ使うのか、ここね。うまい。ナイスだな。これはナイスだね。どの段階でナイスを
ナイスを、ナイスも往復してるから分からんの。
いやー。あ、またナイスだ。ああ。あ、ジェフィーさんコメントしてんじゃん。OM ゲーミング。え。マリオでいくとなんか変わんの？
どういうこと？なんでだよ。
どうなの？マリオだと。ああ。普通にマリオ維持しようとしてるだけだ。
なるほど。
ここからナイスがいいやつ出してるな。 作り込まれてんなぁ。これはすごいわ。リキの鳥ね。
Mario Maker episode. Today's creator we will be showcasing is Bernie, and Bernie is a 17-year-old from Germany. Since he was a child, one of his destroyer. Find out depends level here that uses POWs in some really creative ways. So first things first, we're just gonna drop down these blue platforms. Use the help of our angry friend Thwomp over there. And then once we hit that, then we drop down this platform here. Allows us to walk over here and go into the door. Alright, now here we are dropping these platforms down and then stepping down the POWs. Here, you're actually gonna jump up high if you want to get the optional red coin or pink coin, whatever you want to call it. And then here, we just want to hit these question blocks to detonate the POWs that we drop down. And then that will have a spring come out of the pipe on the bottom. But first, we'll go ahead and grab an extra life from there. Alright, so now that the spring has come all the way over here, we can use it to get up above. Really cool level here. Okay, so jump to where the coin is, and then the munchers get killed off before you drop there. Have a nice anti-soft lock here, which I appreciate. Okay, so spin jump on this thwomp, and then he's going to kill himself for us. Thank you very much. And then here, we actually need to grab the spring, get out of the way real quick, so he can kill himself. Do an unnecessary spring jump just because, and then let's go through the door. Alright, this section, you have to be a little bit quicker, but basically hit that POW and then jump over here. And then we have a similar setup here with the wiggler and then the tall cannon. Alright, awesome. If you jump up there, you can get an extra life, and then the rest of these are just hidden blocks in case you want to get like, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 extra coins, you know, you might need those. Alright, so POW block. More interesting POW block stuff. Hopefully I don't die here. There we go. So we got the one on the left first, we'll throw that off. Then come over here, grab that one from the vine, throw that off. That allows us to climb up to the top and get the first checkpoint. Awesome, awesome so far. So you can see the sparkling of a red coin behind that giant spiny, but first we have to run to the right really fast and then duck in this. Alright, so we cleared our path, but now we're gonna go back for that red coin. Alright, awesome. So we have 2 out of 3 red coins. Let's go through the pipe. Alright, I have no idea how this section works. Seems like a pretty complicated setup, but basically we hit that, then we get both of these giant buzzy beetles over here to the right, so we can jump on those and go into the door. Alright, here we have to go really fast. Oh my gosh. I've died there a couple times, the first time I played this level. But anyways, so this section's really cool as well. We have to use these POW blocks to jump over. Alright, cool little survival section. Then we can hit the POW block there to clear our path. Let's go through the pipe. Alright, so here we want to drop the donut down. Do a spin jump. And then activate the blue skull raft. Alright, then we're just going to use our friend, the thwomp over there again. Now we can get through this pipe. Okay, we can breathe again. We have the second checkpoint. And now we have a really cool kind of survival / boss battle again. So we have to jump over these lava bubble monsters. Alright, so one more jump. We can quickly grab that one, throw it off. Jump over again, wait for this guy, throw that one off. And then we have a spring in the middle. Oh my gosh! I have done that once or twice. Difficult, just use those. Alright, there we go. We finally made it up there. Alright, but pipe first. We have a giant POW block up and finish. Bring our. Let's go through the key door for the true ending. Alright, we get an awesome celebration room here. We get Yoshi on one side. If you hit the POW block, you get a couple extra lives. And you can get a star as well. I love the hearts on each.
楽しみだな。ケーキじゃない。ボムのやつ。
ケーキ。
ボムのやつはリツイートしたらヨッシーさんとダーさん、ボムコースの人も、なんかいいにしてたな、そのリツイートから。海外勢も評価されてる。あれ、本当にいいコースだわ。あ、これだ、やっぱ。これ見よう。
いや聞こえてますか、今年もひとまずかますか。
チコダの今、閉じ込められてるの？そうでしょ。
ランキング。助けに行かないと。
Back
俺
to
普
another
通に YMO の中でもだい
Mario
ぶ
versus
上位に入るいいコースだと思う。
Baker level can be. As the main coordinator of the 1YMM and 2 together, the head metaphor of Hog Seek of the close levels that I've played, it uses some really creative mechanics. But let's go ahead and spin jump on top of the giant spiny inside this giant silent cavern. Everything echoes. Alright, but anyways, let's go ahead, spin jump on him once again. And then we are given access to the spring over here. So if we just wait here in the middle, then we can throw the spring up to launch the spiny up to the top. Then he's going to go ahead and activate a P-switch, which gives us a vine to climb up. So let's climb all the way up to the top. And then this is like the main mechanic of the level. Basically, these giant spinies are usually spinning upside down, but Kiavik has found a way to make them spin right side up, so we can use them over and over again. So let's lower that muncher down. And yeah, this guy basically just keeps breaking us through, helping us out to access new parts of the level. But let's go ahead and spin jump here, allow the thwomp to fall, and then we can climb up these blocks. If I can do it properly, there we go. Alright, so this platform is going to pick up the spiny. Alright, let's just spin jump here, make sure we don't screw this up. Alright, awesome. So we're just gonna keep this going, lower this platform down. And then this is a really creative section. If we jump up here, we can gather an extra life. But yeah, here we're basically trying to throw the spring at the right time to get the spiny to break all those blocks for us. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and jump up here, jump on top, and then we can head on over here to the right side. So this is kind of just like a race section. We activate the P-switch, and then the spiny follows behind. But as long as you get out of the way, you should be fine. Now that the P-switch has run out, we can go ahead and go into the pipe for the first checkpoint. All right.
これ見たことあるやつか。
We just have to do a little bit of waiting here. I think this is just like a bed that we're on. I'm just gonna go ahead and wait.
なんか、
Alright.
このコンセプ
Some
トのコース
enemies
見たこと
coming
あ
at
る。
us, but it looks like the spiny is here to help us out. So let's go ahead and spin jump on top of him, make our way to the
前一
top,
回見たのかな、自
and
分。
then lower this muncher down so we can start the next section. So let's spin jump here,
ああ、見たことあるわ。
and then we
て
get
か、やってたわ。
flying red Koopas coming out of these
ケン
pipes.
さんが。
Let's jump
だっ
here.
け。
で俺が
誰かがやってたもん
Activate
俺。
this blue platform, and then our spiny's gonna get picked up once again
やったね。見てたわ。見てたわ。
to move
あ
on.
れ、
Alright.
いいコースすぎたから、
So this is where things really start getting interesting. Quite a bit more difficult too. But these sections are so creative. I love them. So let's just keep spin jumping on this guy. Big jump over the grinder. Oh my gosh! And we finally did that part properly. Let's go ahead and keep this going. Big jump. All right, we've made it. All right, awesome. So this section here. Things get even crazier. I don't know how this even
この
works.
間
I
な
mean,
ん
I
か
do understand
カ
how
ク
it
カクして
works,
る
but
間にはまって
I would have never thought of
何回
doing
か死んで
something
た
like
けど。
this. We basically have a moving platform with the giant spinies. So let's just
だって初見
let's just
感
keep
動
this
したわ
up. See if we can survive this. So we need to activate those thwomps in order for
すご
this
いこれ
thing
は。
to keep moving to the right. Keep spin jumping. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing right there. All right, doing well so far. This section is definitely difficult though, so may take you a few tries. But now that we've made it over here, we can activate the P-switch and then run all the way over. Go ahead and climb up here. Alright, and then watch out here. Make sure to jump out of the way. Alright, and then we can start the next section. So this one's very similar, except these are with the blue spike tops, so it moves a little bit faster than the one with the red spike tops. Alright, not much to do yet, but now we need to jump over these guys. Alright, awesome. Alright, just stay here. Be careful. Make sure you don't fall off or hit the spikes or the munchers. And then you just need to press up there and then you'll be safe. So yeah, that part's a little bit crazy. I almost got trolled by that the first time I played it. But anyways, we get the second checkpoint and then things just keep getting more interesting too. I love this section as well. So wait for that guy to activate the P-switch. And then we're kind of like on a race against the clock. We need to keep activating P-switches so that Mario doesn't fall through the ground. Alright, here we're going to... Alright, there we go. Activated another P-switch. Let's throw this over here. Alright, and then spin jump. Alright, we've made it. Time to spin jump on this guy once again. Alright, awesome. Doing well so far. So we're almost at the end of the level here. We're not going to be doing it I guess the original intended way. There's a secret way to do this. So if we run down here, quickly activate the question block, and then spin jump over that guy, then these guys will break us through. So normally what would happen there is the shells would collide and you would get a key, allowing you to go through the key door. But this is the true ending route. Let's go ahead and climb all the way up here, and quickly run across here, gather 3 extra lives. We have an awesome way to do this, so if we run down here, there is, but this is the true ending route. Let's go ahead and climb all the way up here, and quickly run across here, gather 3 extra lives. We have an awesome looking 2 years of Mario Maker birthday cake with the 2 IMM. I love this. Such an awesome celebration room. Well, let's go ahead, drop these donuts down, and then jump over here and finish the level. IMM. Let's go ahead, drop these donuts down.
お墓になったあれのお墓が建てられてるんだ
And then jump over here and finish the level. If you guys enjoyed this 2 years of Mario Maker video, be sure to...
最高だわ。1個もあるか。
What's up, guys? This is Typhoon, and welcome back to another 2 years of Mario Maker episode. Today's creator we will be showcasing is X1370, if any of enter them. Alright guys, so this is a puzzle level in a sense, so if you guys want to check out this level yourselves before I spoil it for you, be sure to do that. You can pause the video and then come back. But anyways, we will be going into a whole bunch of pipes and doors in some crazy ways. Starting off with the POW on a spring into the pipe. Alright. We get ourselves a mushroom, so there's not too many chances for you to die in this level, which is good. But it will definitely get you thinking, so we're gonna go ahead and raise up on that giant buzzy beetle, go into the pipe, and then we're gonna grab a POW and then go on the little buzzy beetle back into this pipe. Alright, and now we're going to take this buzzy beetle, drop him down instead of going up. You can do that by doing short hops. And I screwed it up, but we can do it again. Here we go. There we go, into the bottom pipe. Good, good. So we want to drop the POW block there that allows the Haribo or the Goomba shoe to hop on up. Then we can
クリボ
go
ー。
into it and
クリ
then
ボーって言っ
back into the pipe on top of the thwomp.
でさ、
Alright, and then we want to just hop up here to this platform. And you'll see we have a stump in a cloud up above. So I'm just gonna wait here. Wait for another cycle. Alright, so we're on top of the cloud, which is good. Come on, Mario. Alright, we've made it into this pipe, which is awesome. And there we have it, already at the first checkpoint. The first time I played this level, it definitely took me a lot longer to get here than it did just now. But anywho, so we have 4 POWs now, and we have to build a stairway, kind of POWs to get into that door. Whoops. Not my most beautiful stairway I've seen, but whatever. Let's go into the door. And then here we want to hop onto the POW and then just hold up as long as we're on top of it.
なんか
We'll make our way into that door. And then here we go onto the shell and then somehow make it into that pipe. I've never seen that used before, which is really cool. But anyways, there's some sort of contraption. I think it's a clown car maybe down below. So that's what's moving the Bill Blaster back and forth, but we want to get the spring and then bring it back with us. So we're back here, jump over that, and then we want to, whoops. I'm just gonna take a hit, if I can. There we go. We just want to set the spring there, basically. That will allow the shell to bounce back and forth here so we can hop on top. Take the spring with you. You have to remember the spring, so... Whoa! What was that? Okay. So now, with our spring bouncing back and forth over here, we're gonna grab the same POW and then drop it, quickly jump on top to go through that door. Okay. Gotta take a breather. There's like a lot going on in this level. But anyways, let's drop these donuts down at the same time and then use them to go into this pipe on the left. And there we have it, guys. There we have it, the second checkpoint. You can die here if you go like this. Whoops. But I just had to show you that. So make sure you get the checkpoint before doing that. But I did want to reset the timer anyway, because this section can take a bit. Anyways, we're going to ride the stump over there to get into the first door. We can grab a POW here, and then with the ghost, come on, ghost. Wait. Oh, come on, I'm like missing every opportunity. Let's settle down here, Mr. Boo. Oh my gosh. I never had this much trouble before. There we go, wow. That's supposed to be the easiest challenge, I think. But then you see how there's coins above these doors and pipes. This is our number 2 door then. So let's go in there, and then we're back in the same area actually. We get access to 2 POWs though. Onto the note block, and then we're gonna jump on top of this POW while holding the other POW to get over here. So we're back in this corridor, which we've seen before. So let's drop the donut down, go into here. And also I should mention, I didn't pay attention to them while I played the level, but I'm pretty sure there's hints. So you see like the section to the left. Yeah, there's basically hints on showing you how to beat each section. But I didn't use them because some of them were a little bit crazy, or I didn't really understand what was going on. But anyways, we're gonna drop the POW there and go into this pipe. We're back in this same section, except now we have access to a spring. And this section is actually quite difficult, so try not to get too discouraged. It's gonna take me... Oh man, come on. Alright, so as I was saying, this part's kind of difficult, but you want to drop the spring there, drop a POW on top, and then get on top of this POW, and then while holding the third POW, or sorry, the second POW, I guess, you're gonna go through that door. Alright, awesome. And then let's drop the POW block here, go into this door, and then we have this crazy section with the Koopa Clown car. We can take the spring with us on top of the stump, and now we're back here again with 2 springs and 2 POWs. So this is like our final challenge. So Let's go ahead and stack these up. Awesome. Alright, one more. So for this last one, you want to have 2 springs on the right and then the POW. For the last one, I just like to have this set up here. So I jump on top first and then I just drop it underneath me. And then we can go through the pipe. Alright, and then here you have one last chance to go into the pipe. I love that section. But if you screw it up, then you just finish the level and you don't have a chance to try it again. But anyways, we have 2YMM with the birthday cake over to the left side. Awesome candles too. But let's go ahead and bounce here in the center to break those ice blocks. And then we have springs that drop down. They're like, I don't even know what they're doing right now. Oh, come on. Is this ever going to just work out? Probably not. Okay, yes. It did work out. So with both of those springs bouncing in the center, we can come all the way up to the top.
もう一個あってよかった。
To Raccoon Mario
これ実質
よかったよかっ
1
た。
回1個みたいなもんか。
so we can get this shiny red stiletto, hop into our giant cloud. Well, it becomes giant. Have another birthday cake over there to the left. Let's go into the pipe with the cloud. Ground pound to victory. We have the 2YMM to the left as well.
どうだろう、今日見た中だとやっぱマントのやつ時が一番かな。まあ、あとこの演奏も、いちごたんさんも素晴らしかった。チコタの音楽、イトコンさん来ないかな。イトコンさんスタンダード知ってるから、結構昨日もありがたかったんだよな、スタンダード系の時に。で、これは、こんな感じ。ちょっと順番見たけど、なんか別のやつ見るか。普通にブレイブリーフ見ますもうすぐ1万
なんでだよ。
そうっすね。
今9700か。から遠いぞ、でも。こういう、結構真ん中あたりの基地コースとかも、マリオ10戦で見ることになるからもういいかなって、お伝えそう。何今見んだよ。
じゃあ、10戦で見るな、絶対。
まあ、一つぐらい入ってんじゃないかな。
絶対一つは入ってるだろうかな。この没収は、
トッピングはどうしましょう。
講座にもトッピングしてる？
講座みたいな。
トッピング。
トッピング講座
ああ、いいけどま
あらいろんなサービス。
気になるな、トニートニーの気まま放送局。一個、ケンさんが怒るやつあるかもしれない。ボツよ。
マケット1のやつ。
あ、そう。ワールドのやつ入ったんですよ。もう作んねえだろうと思って。
この辺って、クローズハンターってことこれはもう
そうだね。ここら辺もだな。
この辺がイトコンさんとかノイジーさんとか。かっこいいな。
はい、とりあえず入れまくったから。これは違うかな。これが、
ドカンブラパに
あれで見つけたんだと思う。クレーンのやつを。なるほど、あんまなんか大したもの入ってないんですよね、俺 使うかもしんないギミックはもう入れてないから、この動画に。
あ
そう、本当にもう絶対使わないみたいな。これは欲しいからです。
あ、
あ、
あったな。あったな。
これは個人的にはめっちゃ気に入ってんだけどな。その、やってて楽しいから。ボス。そう、ここだけで投稿しよっかみたいな。今、こういうゴミみたいなギミックも入ってる。
なんか今のやつ、なんか使ってること見たことあるしや。
やばい、ゴミとか言ってた。まあ、じゃあ、これはその、入れ方だから、
2でもワールドスピラン。
そう。これは、アニメ作った直後ぐらいに、続編みたいなのを作ろうとしたやつだ。
ああ。続編だった。
これはまあ、マジでゴミですよ。とにかく全部入れてる、多分。いらぬやつ。
これハイプトレイン。
これはそう。これ、これだけクオリティ高い、しょうがないですけど。作る気満々な感じがする。
ガチなやつだな。これはいつぐらいのやつ？
ここら辺は割と最近かな。これめっちゃ昔だ。これマジで。2で一番最初に作ったぐらいの改造の。
ああ、そうなの。
今の仕事で
終わり。
なんとなく
なんか。
あれ、なんか。
ん？ああ、やべ。変身するの忘れてた。いいです。
なんだこの人。
すごい、これだけだ。醜いな、本当に。文字通りの。言ってる通りだな。
何もわからん。
変身しとこ
もう一人なんか、デーモン。AEG デーモンかと思った。まだちょうどもう0時もあったし、今日は終わるか。忘れちゃう。
う。はい。
ありがとうございました。